Hey, it's your girl Sharon. How y'all doing? So glad to talk to y'all today. So glad to be here today. So glad to sit down a little while and just talk with y'all, see how everything is going. And I hope all is well. I hope you guys are having a blessed, happy Friday. I am having a blessed day because guess what? The good Lord woke me up this morning. And when he woke me up this morning, I was in my right mind. I didn't put my shirt over my feet and my shorts over my head. I had my mind all together. Woke up this morning. My husband got up this morning, went to work. My son got up this morning, fixing some breakfast, and he went to work. My mom is up, moving, doing her thing, doing the best that she can. And I'm just grateful. It's a blessed Friday. Got some people working on my house because the siding don't fell off, but God is good because I'm living in a rental property and I ain't got to pay for somebody to come by here and fix the house. It's on them. Praise God. That's another blessing. But I'm just so grateful and thankful to be here. It's your girl Sharon. As always, my YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Always hit me up, whatever. Comments, much love. If you don't love, if you don't like, whatever it is, hit me up. I appreciate y'all. So listen, y'all, change is going to come. A change is going to come. Listen to me. A change is going to come. God is going to come in our lives and make some changes. And some of them you may not like, but it's for the better. A change is inevitable. It's going to happen. Just like life, right? You start off as a baby, but you grow up. Just like our children, they start off as babies, but they grow up. Oh my God, my son, y'all, is going to be 21 in August. That time has flew by, but it has been so many changes in his life, in our life, that I have just come to realize that guess what? Change is going to come. And change is for the good, and it could not be something that you always like or something that you're not used to, but change is going to come. And I want you to think of that as a good thing, because maybe you're going through something right now in your life and you're like, oh my God, how long am I going to deal with this? How long am I going to be able to handle this? It's going to change. I promise you. Bad times, struggles, difficulties, hardships, whatever it is, they change, y'all. They can be changed. Now, I believe in the Lord and he works miracles. He does. He can work a miracle. Listen, he can take a person that has been sick for so long and change their life like in seconds. He can do that. That's the kind of God I serve. He can work miracles. He can take your finance and make it not your issue. He can take your little $2 and make it $2 million. I'm just saying, that's the kind of God I serve. He can do those miraculous things. But my point is, sometimes you have to be the one to make the change with God's help. Listen to me. With God's help, you can make that change. People you should be a little different as time goes by. And when I say you should be a little different, things that used to bother you or things that used to tick you off or piss you off, so to speak, you have to come to a certain time in your life. And I'm praying that we all can come to a certain time in our lives to whatever it is that is upsetting you or making you angry or unhappy, that you can learn how to pray about it and forgive and move on and not let that be something that continues to bother you in your life. So what that means is you have to change. You have to change. You have to be the change. You can't expect people around you to change, but you have to change. And guess what? People do change. People are not necessarily the same. You think about friends that you may have hung out with when you was in school, high school, elementary, middle school, whatever, when you was young. And you see those people in their adult lives, they're not the same. Right? Like you may have had some friends that you hung out with and y'all did all of this and y'all went to the clubs or y'all went to the parties or y'all maybe drank, smoked, did whatever you did, in your youth, if you done those things or whatever. And then you hook up with them as they're adults and they're not doing the same thing. And you feel the same way because you may be still doing the same thing and they're like, nah, I don't do that no more. And you like, dang, we used to kick it. Don't mean that they don't kick it. They just don't kick it that way anymore. Listen to me. That is change. People change, and guess what? We should change. We should not be the same people that we were maybe a year ago. The reason why I say that is because every day is a different day. And every day you should be learning something. You should be experiencing something. things in your life will help you to change or make you change. You know, I have come to, like my mother, I've been telling you guys about my mother, things have changed. A couple of years ago, she was the get up girl. Let's go to the store. I'm finna hook up with some coworkers. Maybe we're gonna get some lunch, or let's just go out, or let's sit outside. Let's have a couple cocktails. Now, she's kind of like bedridden. Like she can't do the things that she used to do. She can't move how she used to move. She can't get up and go like she wants to go. That's a change. And that's a change that's kind of hard for me, because I want her to be that same person that she was years ago. But guess what? I even if she does get well, which I'm praying she will get well, she still won't be the same. You know, she's much older. She's more of elderly state, you know, to where even if she gets better, she'll be able to move, but not like she used to, if you understand what I'm saying. But what, you know, basically what I'm saying, a change is going to come, and we're going to experience some changes in our lives, and we should also be changing as we get older, as we grow up in life. You know, I will be 44 in August. I'm not doing the same thing at 44 that I was doing at 34. You see, I'm not doing the same. Now, don't get me twisted. I still kick it. I still dance. I still hang out with my friends. I still go out every now and then, get my dance on, get my little sip on a little cocktail every now and then. I still do those things. But I do it with, I don't do it as much, is what I'm saying. I love being at home. I love kicking it at home with my husband and my son. I love hooking up with my friends and kicking it at their homes. We don't have to go out every night. That's not a thing. But if we do decide, okay, it's cool, but I don't go out as much, and I don't do as much as I used to do at 34. I'm more laid back now. I'm more like, let's sit on the couch and watch a movie, or let's go out and watch a movie, or let's chill at the house, play some music. You know, I went from saying, hey, we got to go to the club, to saying we can have a club at home. You know, that's the change in me. You know, it's not slowing down, but it's being more relaxed and being more comfortable. I have become more comfortable with myself. You know, I used to have low self-esteem years ago, where I didn't really want to show myself, or really didn't want to dress a certain way, wear bright colors like I'm wearing today, yellows. You know, I was a black girl all day, every day, bonnet, stuff like that. But now it's just like, you know what, Sharon, love yourself, girl. Love who you are. Love what God has made you. And I do love myself. And I do think I'm kind of cute. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, accept that. But anyway, just being silly. But y'all, a change is going to come. Change is going to come. And I think about, you know, like my son, right? Like I say, he'll be 21 in August. And he had some struggles in his youth. And when I say he had some struggles, he had problems in reading and writing and education, basically. You know, in school when he was young, he struggled, you know, and we did all we could. But, you know, I used to worry, you know, about his future when he was young, because I was like, oh my God, you know, he's not getting the straight A's. He's not an honor roll student. You know, I'm looking at all these other parents and their kids are honor roll students. And I'm like, my son is not an honor roll student. But I look at him today at 21, going to trucking school to get his CDL, got his CDL permit, works at FedEx, works every day, causes no problems, hasn't been in no kind of trouble, so to speak. And he's very respectful, good to his grandparents. So I thank God that what I thought his outcome was going to be was not his outcome. His outcome is actually he's better than his past life. You know, and not that he was bad in his past life. Let me say this. He wasn't bad, but he was struggling. But he was still a good kid. You know, he's an only kid. You know, he's so to a certain extent, as being an only child, he's kind of spoiled too, you know, because he's my only son. He's, you know, and for some of his grandparents, that's their only grandchild. You know, for my husband's mom, that's her only grandchild. So of course she's going to spoil him to no end. That's just how it goes. But what I'm saying is how his life has changed. How he has become a young adult that respects and lives a life that is respectful. You know, he is not unruly. You know, he's not all on the street smoking, getting drunk, getting high. He's not doing that, which a lot of our young kids are falling to. And I'm not saying that that's all bad, because that's just some of the things that they're experiencing in life. But as he has become an adult, he has become a great adult, an adult that I love. So I love you, Jonathan. He watches the show, so I want him to know that I love him, and I'm glad of the changes that has come upon his life. So y'all, basically what I'm saying is change is going to come for the good, for the better. And if you're not good with change, that's okay. Learn how to be. Learn how to be. You know, there are changes on our jobs, right? You know, you started out the job and they used to do certain things one way, right? And then they tell you, hey, the procedures that we used to use, we're going to throw those out and we're going to start some new procedures. So now you got to learn all over again. You know, you went through training when you first started the job. Now they changed the procedures and the policies. So now you got to learn that all over again. But it's okay. It's a change. You got to adjust to it and you got to do your best to kind of make it work for you. You know, everybody don't learn the same way. Everybody don't follow the directions sometimes, but if there is change on your job, just work with it, deal with it. You can make it through the change. That's what happens. It happens. Okay, that's on your job. Okay, changes in life. You know, if you get married, that's a change. If you have kids, that's a change. If you're dealing with health issues, that's a change. Those are changes. But listen to me, any and every change with God, first of all, let me mention that. With God, you can make it and it can happen. You cannot be afraid of change. I'm going to tell you why. Because whether you're afraid, whether you're ready, or you want it to happen, it's going to happen regardless. That change is going to come. And you got to either accept it, deal with it, figure out how to work through it, because it's going to come. It's going to probably be scary. It's probably going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. But it's going to happen. So you got to figure out how to deal with change. Change is inevitable. Everybody has changes in their life. You as a person will change. You will not be the same person. And hopefully you're not. You know, they talk about insanity of doing the same things the same way every time, expecting a different result. And that's the truth, right? So if I say I want to lose weight, right? But if I keep eating the same foods all the time, not working out, sitting down every day, I can't expect change because I'm not doing anything to change it, right? Or if I say I want to make more money, you know, a lot of people say they want to make more money. Okay, so you have to do something, right? Because if right now where you're at, you're not happy, you don't feel successful, you got to make a change so that you can see some different results. If you want more money, you got to maybe either work your way to get a promotion on your job, or get a side job, or get a hobby that you can get some extra money, get a license, maybe make shirts. If you can cook, sell plates, you know, things that are legal. Listen to me. Don't go out there and listen to me, y'all. Don't. And I'm talking to my brothers and some of my girls, but don't go out there and get a dime bag and try to make some money. Don't go out there and get with the drug dealers, or sell your body, or get on social media and talk about people. I mean, any and everything that is wrong that can make money, don't do that. Try to stay legal. Try to stay doing the right thing. Because I promise you, it may not start off as a lot, but the more and more you do it, the better you'll get, and you'll see more and more of a result, a better result. So whatever it is in your life, whatever changes it, if you get married, that's an adjustment, right? Because now you are attached to a person now. You are attached to a person that you may or may not know as much as you thought you did. And as y'all grow up, the marriage is going to change you. The things in your marriage are going to change. The people you were. Because quite naturally to me, when you start dating, it's like selling yourself, right? When you're dating, like, you know, I like these kind of foods. I like going to these places. I like looking like this. This is how I talk. Oh, you so cute. Oh, you so fine. Oh, he looks so good. You get married, a lot of that changes. Like, I didn't know he had no 11 toe, you know, like an extra toe. Or I didn't know that I didn't know that she don't know how to cook. I didn't know that he didn't work out and he just I mean, you will see different things, but that's change, you know, and we have to be ready for change because it's going to happen, whether we want it to happen or not. Change is going to come. So listen, whether it's on your job, whether it's in your life, whether it's in your kids, your marriage, your family, your friendships, things are going to change, and you can handle them with God. You can handle them with God. And realize that if you want something different, you have to make a change. You have to be the change sometimes. We can't always be sitting around talking about miracles, 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 and you're not doing nothing to help that miracle happen. Yes, God can work miracles, and yes, God can give you the desires of your heart if they line up with his will. But guess what? You want that brand new house. Listen, I'm Sharon Jones. I love y'all. Me and my husband, we rent in this property, and I thank God for this property because we found this property when we have nowhere else to go. I'm just being honest. But I'm at the stage now in my life where I'm like, God, I'm ready to buy a house. I want to buy me a house, a nice size house. I want to make my mom very comfortable. I want my family comfortable. I want my husband to have his man cave or whatever it be. I want that. But guess what? Me and my husband have to do what we need to do necessary to prepare to buy a house. Our credit got to be up to par, and right now our credit isn't up to par. We have to put more into saving. You know, it's a lot of things you have to do when you want something. So that means you have to be the change. You have to be the one to make the changes, and you have to make the change, and you have to be willing to stick to whatever it took for that change to come or for that change to happen. Not saying that changes are always good, because you may experience health issues, but you can be prepared, or you can just deal with it and figure out how to work through the change. It's going to come. And for most of us, all of us, a good change is going to come. God is going to come. God is going to bless your life. God is going to do the desires of your heart. But you have to be willing to wait. You have to be willing to put in the work, and you have to be patient. Listen to me. A change is going to come. You're not going to continue to be in that struggle. You're not going to continue to deal with those health issues. You're going to see your family get better. Your relationships going to get better. Your friendships that you have are going to get better. Your marriage is going to get better. Your children are going to get better. But you have to be willing to see the change, help the change. What is the change? What is it I need to do to make the change happen? You have to live that life that comes with change, if that makes sense. Change is going to happen. I love y'all, and I hope that I have helped somebody. I hope that I have blessed somebody, because I'm going through changes in my life. I'm not talking about stuff. Listen to me. Whenever it's your girl Sharon come on this YouTube channel, I can only talk about what I know. I cannot talk about what I don't know. I can only talk about what I know, the things that I deal with in life, the people I know, the things that I have experienced. I'm not going to get on here and talk about stuff that I don't know, giving y'all all kinds of lies and tell stories that are not true. I'm going to tell you the truth. And whether you like the truth or not, I'm going to tell you the truth. And whether I like it. You know, everything I don't necessarily want to talk about. Like, I didn't want to mention that, guess what, my son was an honor roll student. But guess what? I'm proud of my son. I love my son. But he was not that. And if more of our parents would be honest about our kids and be real, you know, we probably can change some things in these kids' lives. But that's another story here nor there. But, you know, change is inevitable. Change is inevitable. It's inevitable. Okay, change is going to come. Ha! Y'all forgive me. I got so tongue twisted. Change is going to come, but it's okay. It's okay for a change to come. It's okay for changes in your life. It's okay to deal with the change. It's okay if you are not ready for the change, but you can get yourself prepared. Or you can get yourself together so that you can deal with the change. It's basically what I'm trying to say. I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the little talk that I had about change. Like I said, it's a beautiful Friday. Get out. Go out. If you haven't done that in a while, just go sit on your steps, on your porch, or just go for a walk around the corner. Go to the park. Sit at the park. Do something. To just breathe and get some sun on you. You need sun in your life. You need that brightness in your life. But do something different. Be the change. Make a change. I love y'all. It's your girl Sharon. Keep your head up. Stay motivated. Stay encouraged. Stay inspired. And remember, hit me, subscribe, like, comment, love it, hate it, whatever. You do, you do. Do whatever you do. I love you guys. It's your girl Sharon. Peace.